Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and I am a person who stutters and a speech language pathologist. So today I am going to be doing a viewer request on stuttering and dating. So this is a really interesting topic because I have dated a lot of people, like probably more than most. I'd say I probably dated about like 30 guys in my 23 years. So I have a lot of experience on this topic. So there are some like really interesting like pros and cons to like having a stutter in dating. I would say that the biggest like pro is that like you can judge how good a person is pretty quickly if you have a stutter because like if you stutter and they're a jerk, then then they're not going to be like a good boyfriend and you're not going to like want to like spend your life with them. And so I think that that's like one of the biggest things is like I have a pretty good sense of character because like of how I talk. People um, treat me, I don't know, in a way that shows their character, I suppose. Um, so yeah, but some interesting things that are like different about having a stutter and dating are so there's like this perception that like there's like two perceptions about stuttering for I think like especially girls who stutter is like either like stuttering is cute or like stuttering like makes you like less attractive. And I've experienced both of those. It's crazy. Um so like a lot of people I'll tell them like, "Oh, I have a stutter just so you know, like before we go out or whatever." And they'll be like, "Oh, it's cool. Like I think stuttering is really cute." Or they'll like see me stutter at first and they'll be like, oh, it's just like so cute when you stutter. Or like my last boyfriend was like, it's sexy when you stutter. And like that's like sweet and like I like that perception because it's like different from the norm. But at the same time, like I don't think stuttering is cute and I don't think that like I think that's like kind of degrading and objectifying a little bit. And also like it makes me like so self-conscious because um I feel like it's only cute if I stutter a little bit. And so if like I'm first meeting them, I might be like controlling my stutter more than I normally do. And so I worry that when we get more comfortable with each other, then I'll like stutter more and then they won't like me anymore. And that actually happened to me. I was dating this guy on and off for like forever. I mean like 2 years probably. Um, and at first he was like, "Oh, it's cool. You stutter, no worries. I don't care," you know. And then like when I really got to know him and I was more comfortable, I stuttered a lot more. And he was literally was just like, "I don't understand why you like do that. Like you can just control it so much better than that, and like it doesn't sound good, and I just don't like it." And so basically, he was just like, "You need to control it more, or we aren't going to date." And so we broke up, which is like I think like a pretty extreme example. Like I've only had that happen to me once, but I'm kind of like always afraid of it now, understandably. So I guess like that's the thing about like those comments about it being cute or whatever is like it makes me think a lot about it and I think other people feel the same way. Um so the other thing that's like odd is like the opposite happens too is people think that we're less attractive because we stutter. Especially females. I feel like this is like something that I've heard a lot from girls who stutter and like less from guys who stutter. I think just because of like the perception of like women are supposed to be like pretty and like that's just like we have so much pressure placed on us to be attractive. Um and so I've had so many people say to me like, "Oh, it's such a shame you stutter because you're pretty," or like you would be so much prettier if you like didn't stutter, or like things like that. That it's like it like sends this message that it's like it makes me unattractive. It like doesn't matter how pretty I am. It just like if I stutter, like I'm not attractive anymore. And like that just like really hurts and it's like so not okay. Um, but yeah, so that also happens. That's an interesting remark. I think that like a lot of women have who stutter have experience. Um, so yeah. The other interesting thing about dating and stuttering is like you guys ever use Tinder or like other dating apps like I do. Um, I mean, if anyone's ever used them, you know, like the kind of people who are on them, like, are not always like great. And so like, so some of the comments in general, like very vulgar and like very like bad. And so, you know, it's not just related to stuttering, but like people make so many like really uncomfortable comments about like, oh, like if you do this, will you stutter? And like I'm sure you guys can kind of put the pieces together of like what they're talking about. Or like they'll be like, oh, you know, just like hook up with me and you won't stutter anymore. Like I can cure you or whatever. And I'm like, are you serious? Like so many comments. Like people I put on my Tinder that I stutter just because I don't want people to like be surprised when they meet me and I'm stuttering and like not want to be with me because like I stutter. Like that's just a constant fear I have. And so I want to make sure they're okay with it. And I notice that I do get fewer matches on Tinder when I put it on my profile than when I don't, which is just sad that that matters to people, but it does. So I put it on there and yeah, the comments people make are like just so awful. Like they're just vulgar. Yeah. So I don't know. So it's interesting. Like I feel like stuttering and dating is like really hard because like you're afraid of people not liking you anyway, you know, like when you're dating. But then like there's this thing that you maybe don't like about yourself and when you're dating, it's like right there, you know, it's like a looming presence that it's like, oh, they might not like me because I stutter. Like not just because of me. Like it's just an extra layer of like worry to add on. Um, but then there are a lot of positives. Like I feel like people when they like are talking to me, they're more likely to go deep and like talk about their struggles and stuff because like it's just so obvious what mine are and like we can talk about it openly because I'm comfortable with that. And so I feel like they're more likely to like get comfortable with me faster talking about things that maybe they are worried about or like make them vulnerable. And I feel like that's like one of the coolest things about stuttering in general is that I in my life have noticed that like if I stutter and like I talk about my stuttering and like I'm vulnerable with people, they are more likely to be vulnerable with me about things that they struggle with. And like that's like a really cool connection you can make with people. Um, there's like some really good research on like vulnerability and how like that's how you forge the best human connection. And so I think that's like a really cool thing. Even though like there's so many difficulties with stuttering and dating, I think that like ultimately if you find the right person and like they're like not even the right person, but just like someone who's like not judgmental and like is like willing to like go to that level of connection with you, I think that you can make it faster. And that's really cool. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts about stuttering and dating, like if you stutter or if you don't stutter, and like if you've dated someone who stutters or like maybe you haven't, like if you are fluent, like would you date someone who stutters? Like just like think about that for a second. Like delve deep into like what your true implicit bias is because like you might be like, oh, of course I'll date someone who stutters, like they're like great, you know, like it doesn't matter, you know, but then like think about what that looks like for your relationship and like would that be a deal breaker? I'm so curious. Like no judgment on you. Like I would just like love to hear your thought process. And maybe if you feel negatively about it, think about why that is and think about maybe should you change that. So I don't know, just some thoughts to think about on this here in Seattle rainy Sunday. Um, anyway, so if you have any other questions or comments or suggestions for videos, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like all that fun stuff, and I will see you all later. Bye.